How's everybody doing out there? Shh. Keep it down. What's this? I'm not sure. It's a little canvas. It's about this big. About that big. Yeah, exactly that big. Just drawn some merch. My cat just moved the camera. As she does. I need to get some drawings done for a little event that's coming up. So I figured I would draw things that are really small for somebody could, $5, and then they could put it on their wall. And this and they shall live forever in the valley of the art club. Anyways, what's up? Well, thank you, Rob. I really appreciate that. I love you so goddamn much. You know that. I don't say that lightly. I say it very heavily. Let's draw another horn. Well, you are welcome. God damn it. Ain't nobody gonna tell me how to feel. Ain't nobody gonna tell me how to love. Or who to love. It's a start, anyways. Oh, thanks, Rob. I've been telling everybody all day how cool you are. How you saved me from that burning locomotive. Do you remember that? Yeah, somebody put a horse in the middle of the track. The horse, it looked like that little thing right there. That's an effigy to the horse that was on the track the day that the locomotive hit it. And what it derailed that train. It derailed that train for 19 miles. And out of that wreck, there was only one survivor, and it was me and all of my 17 children. Believe it or not. And Rob pulled us out of that burning wreck, everybody. That was a day of days. I wish that there was more I could do for you and yours. There we go. I think that's... Rob, I think it's looking pretty good. Whatever that means. You can always do more. Sometimes that more messes it up too. You just gotta be careful. Or willing to risk it all. Yeah. Well, I know that you agree because you're the kind of person that would pull 18 people out of a burning locomotive right before it explodes and we all run away into the horizon. That was the best summer of my life, Rob. That was the best summer of my life. Now, if there's not a person in this room that wouldn't stand up for you and pull you out, at least pull you out of some kind of just slump or something like that, I'll be the first one to tell you. I would be brutally honest. But after that, nothing would matter. Because art is in the heart, and that's where it starts, Rob. That's where it's all going to end. And that's why I'm doing this in the first place. I'm doing this to talk to God. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty funny. Funny stuff. Oh, living in the country is just so golly gosh darn dang funny. I need to change this light. Rob, I need to change the light. There we go. I need to do that. So the shadow's going this way. You like to do what? You like to, huh? Oh, do art. Not me. Not me, Rob. The whole thing just makes me sick. Just gotta act like it was already there. That's what art's all about. You literally gotta fake it, and then you make it. Make it to fake it. Throw in some biscuits. Sometimes you gotta fix what you just did. I just made a mistake, and I had to fix that shit. That's what I did, Rob. I fixed that shit. Sorry for the language, friends. It's bad English. That is called bad English. And I am a baddie. I won't apologize for being a baddie, but I'll apologize for saying shit in front of the kids. How about that? Okay? I'm not gonna grovel to those liberals' ways of livings, like decency and common courtesy. No, hell no. I just wanted to draw, and drawing is what I did. This is, of course, Rob, this is my friend Sleepy Seahorse. The band. The music. He's a friend of mine. And he made this shit. And these songs get stuck in my head all the time. I don't have many friends whose music does that to me. People are like, will you support my band? And I'm like, friend of 25 years? No, I will not, because I do not like your music. Can we still be friends? Oh, absolutely there, buddy. We can be friends, but I am not going to listen to that new album. I will not listen to your music, friend. And I mean, sometimes that's me. I'm just talking to myself in the mirror. You know, rock and roll is funny like that. You know, everybody's got to rock, everybody's got to roll, everybody's got to put their socks on one at a time, you know? Even the hardest among us, even the people that go out there and just do some little stuff out there today. They, you know, what they're gonna, come on now. That's what I always say. Y'all saw that coming, right? There we go. And then right there, you put in the line and then you do the time. Oh. There we go. Let me ask you this, Rob. Is the video choppy at all? Is it clamming up? Is the signal coming through without much fight? After you're done, what will you draw next? That's the question, Rob. That's quite Rob. Let's find out together. Oh, good. It's perfect. Okay. I love that. I love perfect. I'm good with that. It's a good baseline. Okay. I could do it like this. Some kind of little, I don't know, monkey face or something. I don't even know what the hell's going on down there. But it's making me downright sick. But I'm kind of happy with where it's going. So far, so good. Leave a little light in there on that side. Why not? Yeah, I know, it is kind of scary. It gives me scary vibes. But the most beautiful thing about that is you have to like bring out the scary in things in order to not be afraid of anything anymore. That's how you exercise the demons. That's how you fight them. By putting that fear out there for others to see, to mock it, to take that power away, to take that darkness away. Sometimes you can't remove the darkness from your life, Robbie. But you can neutralize it. You know what I mean? You point a light at it. The darkness doesn't go away. The darkness just changes to light. And then we all feel better in the morning. At least that's what I was promised. And that's why I eat my biscuits before I drink my milk, because I don't want to disrespect the cook. Or in that case, the baker. The breakfast person. Whatever you want to call it. The chef. The poof. I don't even know anymore. I don't even know what it matters. All I do know is that I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. But I'm cool with that. Mostly. Mostly cool with that. Right? No? Okay. A little line there, a little circle here. Something like that. And then you go through. And then you go right on through with the pen, pen. And then you just add a little bit. And you add it where there was nothing but that there before. And nothing is the same. And nothing matters. Because nothing ever did. But if life is anything, it's about balance. It's about letting go. It's about facing your fears. And finding the inner you. The one who was there all along. All you had to do was open the door to the eyes of your soul. Other than that, everything's fine. Yeah, right? It's all good. Three little circles. There we go. Perfect. Look at that jolly little lap. It's a little better. It's a little... Looks like a rat. Doesn't it look like a rat? It looks like a rat to me. Sorry. I was thinking it could be called Ricky Rat. And then I was thinking how much all the children at Christmas time would love to see a Ricky Rat underneath their Christmas tree. And it made me homesick for all the little orphans out there in the world. They don't get a Ricky Rat this Christmas because they're not in production yet, because I just invented the bastard. You know what I mean? It's very confusing. I'm just so... What the hell's going on most of the time? I just don't even know. I want to start a comedy club, and I want it to be called The Joke's on You. And I want to turn the microphone to the audience instead of doing the comic on the stage. See how you like it? Huh? No? Whatever. Nobody understands the pressure. The pressure of being somewhat successful. How many people died because of the decisions I made every day? Those were the days. That was the best summer of my life, actually. So much fun. There we go. See? Now it's all making sense. Roblox. Do we pray for Roblox? Do we play for roadblocks? Like like people jammed up in the streets? Like roadblocks or things in front of people driving in this like a roadblock? Like a dead bodies or something? Or wait, what? Are you talking about like piles of bodies in the road, like as roadblocks against people trying to get out of the city? And people are using them against us in like some kind of ironic robot war or something like that? I mean, time travel is involved in this, I think. You're trying to Are you implying that time travel is Oh, it's a game. It's a game. Yeah, game. Game in the game. It's a game. I get it. No, I was just I was just kidding. I of course I know what that is. I know it's a game. I'm with it. I know stuff. I know things. I'm with the times. I'm current. I'm current on my events. Mostly games. Yeah, Roblox. I have Roblox 1 and Roblox 3 and 2 and 4 and it's in no particular order really, but I love it. It's just great. I have no idea what that is. That was me just trying to fit in. Dude, I love Roblox. It's got me through some of those times in my life that I just never thought I'd get through, right? Like this one time I was on my way to the store. This dog came out of nowhere, barked at me, scared me into the goddamn street. I got hit by a car. But the thing is, I got a free ride to the convenience store, so I just fell right off the sidewalk while I was waiting in the parking lot. Right off the car, and they just kept going. I go inside. Well, I do it again. I go out into the road, I get hit, I go down the street, they drop me off right outside my apartment. Everything's fine after that. Uh, as a matter of fact, that's how I get to medical school now. It's easy. Easy peasy, you know, you gotta follow your heart. Yeah, it is fun. Hello, June. How are you? You just gotta put it on like it was already there. The art has always been there, just waiting for you to pick up a pen, to pick up a brush, to pick up a guitar. But that's what I've found. Sometimes, if I get lost or if I get some kind of stagnation, creatively speaking, some creative stag, and just try to free my head, free my thought. Just think about what it was like to be a kid and how I just had endless freaking fountains of imagination just bursting out of me. But it's something that you can tap into because it's already just sitting there waiting for you to tap into it. That that cosmic creativity, that frequency that is just sitting there waiting. I think I've been able to visualize it a few times. It's just spirals within spirals within spirals. And I think that's the frequency that created the universe. I could be wrong, though. I'm not a scientist. All I know is how I feel. And I had some nachos earlier, so I'm not feeling so well. They were good nachos. It was worth it, but still, oh, shit. You know what I mean? Oh, you picking up what I'm putting down? There. See? And now I can detail his face a little bit more. It's on mobile? Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't really play, I don't play games, unfortunately. Very, very rarely do I play games. And I'm not saying that to put anybody down for doing it, because I've said this many times. I'm jealous of people that do that, because my attention span is not there for that kind of stuff. If I do play games, because it's not that I never do, but because I do have 2 video games in my possession, and it's the Left 4 Dead 1 and Left 4 Dead 2. So if I am playing video games, it's usually like a first person, and you don't even like keep score on that shit. But I've tried to play Skyrim once. I really liked it, but I just have too much to do. Even if I'm like watching a movie or something, I sort of feel guilty if I'm not making art or like working on something creative. I just feel like I gotta do as much art as possible, like all the time. So I never get to like just do recreational stuff, it seems like. But I need to make time for that kind of stuff and rest my stupid head. Hello, Menden. Menden. These things are finally dry enough that I can draw. I can draw on them. I tried drawing on them the other night, and I think they weren't dry enough. So, wow, it's an amazing story, isn't it? It's I can't see it. There we go. I'm trying to do these little drawings for this art show. I'm gonna have a booth at an elementary school or something like on like a Saturday or something like that. Um, so I want to have like some little stuff like this and a few other little doodles. I'll try to accentuate these teeth a bit more by making the ones in the back smaller. See? And it's on that little canvas. I'm doing okay, you know? I'm kind of still feel a bit like a fish out of water. here in Portland, but it's getting easier. I just moved to Portland, Oregon, so it's been a little bit of a whirlwind. I just moved here Monday, and I'm in the old bedroom I used to live in when I was like 43. Now I'm 46. Oh yeah, just a few years ago with the same dudes, and they're cool as hell. So it's all good there, but I just kind of don't know what I want. Still kind of, I didn't expect to move here and everything be perfect or anything, but I just have like different sort of, my ambitions have sort of been shifting a bit. Like I don't even know what to call it. My expectations of art and everything with it. I wish I could just, my friend Jennifer was just saying this today, but she said something similar, like she wished that she could just live in a little house by the ocean when she gets old and just sort of make art for the rest of her life. And that's for me. I wish I could just go to a cabin in the woods and just hide away for the rest of my life. But even that would cost more than it probably would living in the city. Because life is so weird. It's so weird that you can't even just disappear. You're not allowed to like disappear. A lot of people do. Anyways. Cool. You're painting? Well, that's great. Painting is good. What kind of stuff were you painting? Life is about texture. Cross-hatching, painting, singing, writing. It's all about texture. I want to feel the words. I want those notes to come slapping out of that bass and hit me across the face. Not singing today, though. What's up, Milk? What up, Milk? I think this one's kind of cool, too. I mean, this wouldn't offend a child, right? Because the stuff I'm doing or the stuff at the show has to be like sort of like kid friendly. Is that like too dark? I don't. It's not like I set out to do that, but because this is the very day my wait, huh? What? Butterfly and butterfly on mini canvases that are magnetic. Oh yeah, those are nice. This is the very. Is that did that happen? But oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Milk. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, it's kind of playful, huh? Has a playful. If people even knew were like some of the creatures that and the heroes and stuff that their kids worship, they would lose their fucking minds. I have to stretch. Oh my god, I have to stretch. Oh my god. No. Oh, stop. No. Whew, that was awesome. That was awesome. Okay, so I got those. I also did this one. I love you. Golly gosh darn die, I love you. And I got this one. I love you too. I love you too. And that's kind of all I got. That's my claim to fame right there, friends. I like this one. I love you too. I'm just catching up with the comments here. Sub to your drawings are very. Thank you. Mostly my. Gotta get a hat like that. Mostly your ADHD. You sounded like me when I do a human jump rope in academy. I attend a dance academy. Oh, cool. Mindy and Storie Grubb, thanks. You're welcome, Milk. I mean, I don't know why I just said you're welcome. You're welcome. No. I get that wouldn't be that would be one of those days. That's one of those things too that I'm having to kind of like trouble with, coming to terms with. It's just that, everybody and everything will change eventually. And that's the biggest part of life. Yeah. I'm not really sure I brought that up. Well, you can bring that up here. It's okay. You finished your song too? Hey, thanks, Doodlebob. Well, I would tell you a story. It's about love. It's a story about treachery. It's a story that goes back generations. You see, I wasn't always. Well, I wasn't always called Mr. Grubb. Back in the 1850s, they used to call me Senor Grubb, which didn't make much sense because we were in Washington State, but still. It's a matter of respect that stretched all the way from Mexico to the tippy top of the United States, my friends. It was before and after the Great War of 1812, and long after the Great War of 1912, the Great Art War, in which several billion artists died and perished on that cherished, tragic, wonderfully ambitious day. It was the best of times, and it was most definitely a shitty time as well. Like the worst shitty time of times. Like very timely it was. And we all kind of fell back into the gutter that day on our butts, I guess, you know, without getting too graphic about it. And then we started feeling again. We started putting things together, brick by brick. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? it's it's just one of them things. Shit. But still, it's been it's no it's been to be honest, it's unfriendly to just to be laughable, to be dishonest. Um, I don't really have much to say about that. Yeah, man. The the Earth has been here for 5 billion years. If you believe in science, imagine we are all in hell right now. Wait, what? Imagine that we are all alive right now. Yeah, I know it's crazy. At the same time, but like I always say, this isn't the first time. Oh no, Milk, this isn't the first time. We've all been together before. That's why everything sort of always seems so familiar, but out of out of reach, just out of focus sometimes, you know? It's like living in a peripheral world, a peripheral life, where everything seems like it's on the periphery, and your thirst isn't ever quenched, and your desires are never met. In life just becomes a popsicle stick on the street corner, looking for a place to call home. Merry Christmas, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Sorry, guys, that was from my sponsor. Sometimes I just have to say the weirdest stuff. Well, it's the most important thing you can learn in life is that if everything sucks, well, then nothing matters. You know what I mean? You gotta take that nothing, and you gotta understand that the nothing ain't nothing. It's actually something. It's just the only word we got for it. You know what I mean? There ain't no such thing as empty space. There ain't no such thing as nothing. But it's the best word we got for it. Uh, I'm the youngest of like 8. I was just offered a gig at a local establishment here in Portland, an establishment where I have good history. I have good history there, and I had an art show a few years ago there, and got a lot of good. I got a lot of good feedback, and um, I wrote them, a few days ago to say hi, and I'd like to play a show there sometime, and where I just because I sing, play guitar and stuff, and he said that you know this is all kind of still in the air, but he said how would you feel about doing a show in January where you play music and we have like an opening because yeah, like have an art show and play music at the same like have an opening night to reveal the art and stuff and play music. So I wrote back and I said, hell yeah. So I have to get pretty busy and bust out a lot of art for that show. And this is actually on a piece of canvas that I'm drawing on right now. So later, Mindy. Minden. Minden. I think I was murdered too. And I've seen I think I'm gonna get murdered in this life as well. I think life is gonna murder me. I don't know if I'm allowed to say murder on YouTube. Unalive, I think is the term. It's funny how you can use words that describe the act, but you can't use the word that actually means what the act is. It cracks me up. Sometimes when I'm drawing like this, I like think about a movie. Like any random ass movie pops into my brain, and I think to myself, I want to watch that movie so bad right now. And the movie that I was thinking about was Planet of the Apes just now. But I think it was the remakes, or like I think it was the second one. I wanted to watch the second one, but it's hard to watch those monkeys die. I like monkeys, even if they're digital. It could be a sock puppet, and if it was getting hurt, I would still get all choked up. What's my favorite movie overall? I there's a movie a John. It's got to be a John Carpenter movie. Let's see. I would say probably The Thing or In the Mouth of Madness or the first Lord of the Rings. Even I think that's in like the extended version. That's a banger. I could watch that movie over and frickin' over. I think The Matrix is actually a pretty perfect movie. Perfectly self-contained thing, just like season one of Stranger Things. Perfect freaking season. The most perfect season of TV I've ever seen is the first season of Stranger Things. I remember like I would sit there and I used to have like 3 days off in a row during the week and I was perusing, you peruse Netflix every freaking day looking for new stuff. And it's not like I was looking out for new stuff either, but one day I was like, Stranger Things. And then I was home and working on a bunch of art. And I just started watching that, and it was just like the best thing that ever happened to me. That show is so amazing because it hit all the right beats and all that kind of stuff. But, anyways, yeah. I'm gonna get some water. Another movie that I've seen a million times. Return of the Living Dead. Actually, Return of the Living Dead is probably my favorite movie. If I had to watch a movie for the rest of my life, I could watch Return of the Living Dead every day. Or Aliens. Aliens as well. So I have like a top. I have like 10 top movies, and I don't think I could choose from one from the next. No, no, I can't. I didn't even like season two of Stranger Things. I'm just like one of those bitter old people that just yell at the wind. Don't change my things. It just got too comical. Like if you go back and watch the first season, it has humor, but the humor is reasonable and it's realistic. It just gets so ridiculous after that and just tropey and weird. And there's aspects of it that I like, of course. I don't hate it, but I just don't. Yeah, because it even happened with Lord of the Rings, where after Fellowship, and it goes into Two Towers. Two Towers was much more There was like slapstick in it, and the humor in it was more childish, and like they were trying to market to a different audience or a more general audience, and it was just kind of like because the Fellowship is dark and gritty, and they're like chopping heads off. I mean, they're not like cracking jokes like every 2 seconds and saying something and waiting for like the audience to finish laughing before they go into something else. I just I'm hyper aware of those stupid things when I watch movies, and it's hard for me to focus on movies if they're just so unrealistic. Where yeah, because according to some of the stuff in the second and third ones, and especially The Hobbit, Boromir should have never freaking died. He should have been able, according to the logic in like The Hobbit, Boromir should have been able to just like deflect every single arrow that came at him, like even though he was a human. it, it, I don't know. I don't know. I'm such a critic, but there's aspects of everything I like. I like aspects of movies that I still criticize and stuff. I still like enjoy them sometimes. Because Return, it's not like Return of the Living Dead is like a masterpiece either, but it knows what it is. It knows what it is, and it does it well. And the beats are just perfect. And I think humor is best when it's like random, and you don't see it coming. Everything is, for that matter. You gotta surprise people. I don't like watching movies and I just know what's gonna happen next. I like being surprised. Everything's predictable and boring and everything sucks. I'm just kidding. All good. This thing we're so tough. Wait. Hey Tinfoil. Happy holidays. You too. Yeah, I like any comedy. I think one of my favorite comedies is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, or Tommy Boy. There's a lot of funny ass movies out there. Oh yeah, I love Wayne's World. Actually, when I was a kid, I think I was around. I think it's about the seven. I was in the seventh grade when that movie came out, and I used to watch it on SNL all the time, or not all the time, but when I could stay up that late, and yeah, I was a huge fan of that movie. I had the cassette, I had the soundtrack and everything. Well, the Earth is. I think it's. I think the correct term that we're all calling it now, buddy, is hollow flat. You know, This ain't no this, this ain't no rascal flats, but this is some hollow flat shit over here. Some hollow flat Earth theory. Hmm? And who said anything about theory? You know, it more like hollow flat Earth, uh, real fact, real fact. That's how we do here. That's how we do. I'm babbling. I am absolutely babbling. Uncle Buck's the best. Yeah. You know what? Another good movie is Blues Brothers. That's a damn good comedy. And The Great Outdoors with John Candy and Dan Aykroyd. Just two more funny movies. But yeah, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is great this time of year too. Every day that I've been here so far, I just go for these. Here in Portland, I just go on these long walks in my neighborhood. And then on my way back, I stop somewhere and get a big ass burrito. I come home and I hang out with my cat. My cat and I are like closer than ever too. She's like sleeping with me and cuddling with me now and stuff. It's crazy. She never used to cuddle with me. John Candy's skits. That was Chris Farley doing the Van Down by the River. But yeah, I mean, I love that era of Saturday Night Live. The like Phil Hartman, Mike Myers, and all those all those casts. That was a funny time. I used to love Whose Line Is It Anyways? Yeah. Well, I forget. I don't know why I got that mixed up. Oh, I think that's a common. You know, it's easy to because they both have this. They're both kind of from the same ilk. Just big, big dudes with big hearts. And that was the cool thing about Chris Farley as well is that he had a really big heart. But he also lived up to John Belushi. He looked up to John Belushi and that kind of stuff, and that kind of lifestyle. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if he like romanticized it or what. I don't know what he did, but it's like I don't know his heart. I don't know what goes on in his head. All I mean is that you know people encourage John Candy to stay big because they and Chris Farley would often say, "Hey, do you think he didn't think he would be as popular or funny if he was thinner?" And so they were just kind of like stuck being big people because the industry wanted it that way. I mean, and that happens every freaking day in the industry too to different people for different reasons. Like women have all these different, you know, um, rules and not rules. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm brain dead right now. Expectations. I think that's the word. It's ridiculous. Hello, Jonathan. I wonder how many people are actually on right now because it only says there's two. How you doing, my friend? Yeah, the industry does. It will. That's why it's cool, like when you see people actually get out, or even like children go through it and come out the other end good or somewhat okay. There we go. Oh yeah, comedy is like one of the best kind of arts too because you can it's like a jester how they can just make fun of kings to their faces and sometimes they don't even know. Like art in general too is powerful in those ways. I think with the commercialized the commercialized Asian, I guess, of our freaking souls and everything what it means to be a human being alive in the world today. We've lost so much power, and we give our energy and our power away to monsters who have nothing but their best interests in mind. When art used to build pyramids and probably change the course of history overnight, and now it's just artists have no idea what they're doing. I should know because I'm one of them. I'm a lost little idiot farting in the wind. That's what's up. Farting in the wind. Oh, God bless art. I love it. Where the heart meets the lines. You love comedy and wheelies on your mountain bike. Especially the AI art taking over our stuff. Yeah, it is interesting with the AI. What about this three-eye atlas thing? This comet. It has all these stupid abnormalities. But then it's weird when certain people do, like some scientists or like a few anyways that I've seen will say that there's all these little abnormalities with it and like the tail's way too big and it looks like jets coming off the side of it and things. Um, but then somebody else like Neil deGrasse Tyson is like, nah, it's just a rock. You're just like, what the? There's like no in between. You know, it's a rock with jets. They can't meet in the middle. There's not like, it's just either like, yep, or no. That's what our society is like based on. It's like that's how they report the news too. They're like, well, one side says that they did it, and the other side said that they didn't. I guess we'll never know. Now the sports. It's just wacky tobacco out there, buddy. All I'm saying is you gotta be careful. And if you must, you gotta shoot from the hip. Comment recently, what's going on with it? Oh, there's UFOs pushing it along because it's slowing down. They're trying to speed it up. And we discovered UFOs with little rocket jetpacks on the sides of their rocket ship, lawnmower, time, contanium, the Thibian cassettes. Do you remember the Thibians? How they came down when they changed? Wait, what the? Oh, sorry. Hey, Terry, what's up? Yeah. This is Dimension 6. Oh, this is 6? Yeah, this isn't 3. Oh, crap. I shouldn't have said that. No. Why didn't you stop me? I tried. How? I was trying to zap you, but the thing didn't work, so we're gonna have to cut your feet off after the show, so you can't get very far. And then we're gonna take you out back and we're gonna unalive you. Holy shit, really? No, but it sounded threatening, huh? Yeah, whew, that sounded scary. We are gonna cut your feet off, though. Oh, man. Is there anything I can... No, there's nothing you can do. Shoot. Alright. Well, I'm gonna stay on for a few more hours, then. What? I'm gonna stay on for a few more days. What? I'm gonna stay on for a few more weeks. Huh? I'm gonna stay on for a few more months, my friend. Okay, buddy. I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye-bye. Goodbye now. Sorry, everybody. That was my producer. Always trying to tell me what to do, how to live my life. Trying to cut off my feet. Bastard. I'm not gonna let them do it. I'm telling you. I'm not gonna let them do it again. It took a 2-year period for those suckers to grow back, and I ain't gonna let them do it again. I'm putting my foot down. I'm putting my feet down, goddammit. Oh, stupid. Okay. Hello, Plane Lover. Yeah, I've heard some. There's this dude named Avi Loeb, and I think he's just one of the smartest men in the world. I mean, I'm not saying that because I think so. I he's a scientist and he's known for being smart. Um, Smarter than me. I don't know. Whatever. Uh, Seems like a nice guy. Okay, jeez. He's a scientist. No, but he talks about it in ways that the person, the kid in me or whatever, the person in me gets all excited about that kind of stuff, hears what he says and just like, oh my god, this could be, because he's not him, but there's like other people saying that it's could be like a probe, just like the Mui Mui or whatever, Mua Mua or whatever it's called. They think that could have been a probe too, and the way that how fast it's going, I think is an anomaly, or it's anomalous, but I don't know enough to say for sure exactly why or this or that. But there's also been a few other like revelations and stuff about objects in space that have been there for a very long time. So much so that they were recorded in the sky before Sputnik was even in the sky, the first satellite. So these things were like pictured in like glass plates before they started doing things with film and stuff. And being able to like track the sky, it's there's so much crazy shit out there right now. It's crazy. And people always just say that there's no evidence. There's no evidence for that kind of stuff. And it's like all you have to do is look. Like there's so much crazy things, guys. So many things out there going on. But I'm excited for certain revelations to come out. I mean, that would we would literally need something, some kind of intervention from something like that in order to change the trajectory of the way the world is headed right now. Because we've, like I was just saying, we've given all of our power away to the wrong people, to devils, and now we're acting like we're surprised when things start going backfiring on us. So for some people, it's been backfiring all their lives and for generations already, but a lot more people are feeling it these days and being like, wait a second, I thought that was only supposed to happen to those other people. But as soon as most people start suffering, that's when things will start changing. Or alien intervention. I'm hoping it's alien intervention and it's not like humans going at war with each other any more than we already are. I think we're. I would like to think that we're better than that. I hope we are. So money can buy. Money can give you security, you know, financial security, but it can't make you happy. Not in a sustainable way, anyways. I don't think. I mean, it just in this it in the way that it could always be taken from you. Something could always happen, you know. Um, you have to find that kind of stuff within you. That way, if you lose all the money in the world, you still have that foundation that you already built, you know. But it's hard. Anyways, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna lay down for a little bit, and I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Thanks for the company. You're rich in some ways. Yeah, that's the thing, Mo. That's what it's all about. It's about finding the ways that you're, what makes you happy, rather than the things that make you angry. You know, it's easy to be angry and to find a reason to be angry. Sometimes it seems like, you know, like the world owes us something other than what it's already given us or giving us at that moment. You know, constantly giving us lessons and gifts. And it is important to focus on the good things because then they start multiplying. Thanks, everybody. Bye, Recluse. It's good to see you. Later, Melt. Later, Doodle. Later, Doodle. Doodle bug. Have a good night, guys.